Lewis, what's up, man? So your question on Meathead Science was if I could explain how to structure a workout for my athletes and how I tweak it during the off-season, preseason, in-season. So the way I structure my workouts, there's a lot of things that go into a workout for an athlete. It's not just strength. Too many coaches just think of strength when they think of that. You have strength, you have mobility, you have flexibility, you have power development, you have hypertrophy if that's a need. And whatever the scope is for that player in the off season, you're going to try to hit. I like a conjugate system or concurrent system, in which we're training multiple things at once. But what you have to be careful of, I don't care what season it is, but even in the off season, is CNS intensive stuff. They're hard to recover from. These are exercises that have a lot of high threshold motor unit recruitment, very explosive, fast, and they don't feel extensive. They don't drain you. So that's where you got to be careful with that and really watch your volume, even in the off season. But with that said, higher level athletes have a higher ability to trash themselves and wipe themselves out and really tap into the recovery sources, because they can really hit those higher threshold motor units. So you got to be careful with that. So in the off season, we use concurrent or conjugate system. Usually start with the main exercise. We'll do a little heavier. I don't think we need to go 1 rep max at all. Even 5 rep max is pretty much the lowest I'll go, and Ripito talks about that. That's a great blend of 5 rep max between strength and innervation and hypertrophy. And then I'll pair that with an auxiliary exercise. So if we were benching, we'll put it with pull aparts. So that's in your downtime. I don't like my guys sitting around a lot doing nothing. And I'll put a whole body work exercise in the workout, or posterior chain or lower body. That's how I would train the basketball players. Where does preseason? We start tapering down, because like the guys that I train, their coaches usually have them start going to team things where they're doing conditioning with the basketball coach and whatnot. So we start tapering down, going for maintenance. I'll have to really listen to them. It's all on an individual basis. If they're sore, they're banged up, they're beat up, I got to cut down on certain things. I got to watch the CNS intensive stuff. I got to watch the jumping. Got to get a lot of foam rolling in. In season, I'm looking at 1 workout a week, really. And in that workout, you could look at the other video from Carter. His question was similar to yours. So what you got to look at is maintenance of all the gains you made in the off season, mobility, which is huge for a basketball player. Refer to Gray Cook's mobility chain, and recovery. Those are the things we're trying to focus on. Volume's going to be low. CNS intensive stuff is low. Do it early in the week so they have longer to recover for the game. If this was football, I would train my guys on a Sunday or Monday, give them the rest of the week to recover, so we can still train somewhat hard. Keep volume low. Really, you got to monitor player by player. I know it's not as specific as you may like, but everybody's different. I have guys that have to gain weight. I have guys that are very explosive. Those guys I actually have lower volume for. And where does conditioning fit into any of this? Conditioning takes about 6 weeks to really develop energy system development for any sport. So don't go nuts with that. A lot of the people want to see it. I say hold off. We'll wait till 6 weeks out. That's about now for New Jersey high school basketball. And conditioning, once we get it up there, most practices the coaches are going to have them do is going to be working on it anyway within the form of flow of a game. So that's how conditioning fits into it. In the off season, I'm not having them do any type of conditioning, especially with all the AAU and stuff that these kids are playing. So the high school and then the college guys, they don't play as much, so it's not as much of a problem. So Lewis, I hope this helps. Please hit me up if it didn't answer your question. Talk to you soon, bud. Bye.